Hey, what's up guys, Mastershine here, come back with a brand new video. For you guys, today we're going to be talking about what a new case means for CSGO investing and everything CSGO related. We're going to talk about today why we should probably be receiving a case in the upcoming weeks and what that really could mean, and it could mean a lot of easy profit if you're able to get in now and you pick the right case. But as always guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and a large majority of you guys aren't, it definitely helps me out. Otherwise, Discord's the top link in the description. Let's hop on into it. So on the screen right now is the list of all the cases that have come out in the past couple of years. Now this guide today will not necessarily be reliant on a case coming out in the next couple of weeks. The information should still stand because of the way things are now with no non-prime pool, but I'm just going off the precedent that in the past 3 years, 2 of the times we have gotten a new case in the first week of August, and the only time we didn't was when we got the X-ray package, and the X-ray package was a little bit different. I feel like they had to work on that one a little bit more, and it was a little bit unique because some of the European countries were coming after Valve for their gambling. But the other 2 times we've seen a case in the first week of August. And I honestly expect we're going to see a case in the first 2 weeks of August, just because Valve has seen their dropping player numbers. They've seen their declining just profit and revenue. So I feel like they're probably going to be working a little bit harder towards releasing a new case and potentially a new operation later in the year. But right now we're looking at a case, and I think honestly there's a pretty good chance we'll see one. But now we get to the actual important part. Right now there's 5 cases in there. We got the Snakebite, Fracture, Prisma, Danger Zone, and Clutch case. Now it's very unique because we now have 2 cases in there with gloves. This is something we hadn't seen before. Before we only had the Clutch case which had the gloves, and that was the idea of why the Clutch case never left the prime pool. It's the oldest one in there at this point, and the CS20 case was moved out, and that one came out in 2019, and we've still got 2 2018 cases in there. This mainly breaks down into 2 different situations though. We have the one situation where it just becomes the 6th case. We've seen 6 cases in pools before. The non-prime pool even had 6 cases before it was disbanded. So it's very possible we could just see a 6th case join up into the prime pool. However, that's not really the fun answer. The fun answer is that one of these 5 cases is going to go to the rare pool. Now this is pretty high risk investing. What we saw before was the Prisma case went straight from the prime pool to the rare pool, and it had a pretty significant increase in price. No one saw that coming. It was a pretty big update. So now we're kind of in a different situation where we know this case, whichever one is moved, potentially is going to go to the rare pool. And that makes it a little bit harder to invest because unless you're right there at your computer when the update goes off, you're most likely going to have to buy for that higher price point. However, I think we have a pretty good chance of picking up the right case here. So obviously it's not going to be the Snakebite case. Snakebite case, the last one released, makes 0 sense for them to send it straight to the rare pool, and I think the Fracture case can also be grouped in there. It's less than a year old at this point. It'll be roughly a year old if we see a new case in the upcoming weeks. Doesn't make sense for it to go straight into the rare pool. Then we have the Prisma 2 case. Now the Prisma 2 case is a little bit harder because there is some potential that it will go into the rare pool. However, the odds are not very likely. Reminding you that the Prisma case was the last one to be moved in, but that one came out a year before the Prisma 2. Honestly, I don't see it very likely that we'll see the Prisma 2 case actually being moved into the rare pool this time. Just doesn't make much sense considering the other 2 cases we have at our disposal here, and that the Prisma case was the last one to be moved into the rare pool. Odds are, my guess would not be that it's going to be the Prisma 2 case. Finally, then we come down to the 2 actual options in my opinion. We have the Danger Zone and the Clutch case. Now this is a very interesting situation because we have 2 cases with gloves, and this is really hard to decide if Valve wants to keep it like that or if they just want to have 1 case in there. Because odds are they would like to have one of these cases in there for sure, and we've seen that over and over as the Clutch case remained in the prime pool when both of the cases released after it in 2019 went to the non-prime or the rare pool. Although there are slightly different items contained, as the Clutch case has gloves and the Danger Zone has knives, I think the one deciding factor is actually going to be price. If they take the Danger Zone case away and put it in, that's going to only leave 1 case. and that'll be the Prisma 2 case at that super low price point of under 10 cents. I personally don't think they want to do that at this point. I think they want to wait some more time for the fracture case to drop before they take out the danger zone case. I think they want to have a couple cases at that lower price point, and for me it makes a lot of sense for them to move the clutch case in. Overall, I think the clutch case has the best chance of going in, and now we have to decide where we're going to invest and what we're going to do on this information, because like I said before, unless you're there right as the update happens, odds are you're probably not going to be able to get there in time before the price goes up, and pretty much the profit chance has been gone unless you're looking at holding it very long term. But for me, I think the clutch case right now at 25 cents is a really good investment if you believe that's the case that's going to go up. Personally, I don't think I'm going to be expanding on my collection of the clutch case, but I do have around 1,000 of them, and I think that it is most likely going to be the case that just goes up in price. I think it's going to be the case that is pulled from the game if we have one pulled. That's the other thing you got to remember, is there is a chance that the case will just become the 6th case and the prime collection drops. But I honestly believe that we're going to see one of these 2 cases pulled, and I would like to lean towards the clutch case. But as always, guys, that's really all I have for you today. If you're looking to pick up some of these cases, you should definitely check out a couple of the links I have in the description. You'll be able to get them for a little bit cheaper. But as always, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.